Hello, good day viewers. Welcome to another mathematics presentation. So in this presentation, I want us to answer this question right here. So the question reads, solve 1/2 x² minus 3x is equal to 4. So we need to find the value of x. So as you can see, this is a quadratic equation because we have x which is raised to the highest power of 2. So the first step, what you are going to do is we are going to rewrite the question, which is 1/2 x² minus 3x is equal to 4. Then from here, we can observe that we do have a fraction here. We have 1/2. So we are going to change this, or we are going to get rid of the fraction. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to multiply the entire equation with the common denominator, which will be a 2. So these 2, we will multiply everything. So these 2 and the 2 cancel, it's a 1. 1 into 1 is 1. Then remain with x squared minus 2 times 3x. This will give us 6x is equal to. Then we have 2 times 4. This will give us what? 8. Then from here, we can notice that the coefficient of x squared is a 1. So we can apply completing the square method. We can use that, or we can use factorization method, or we can use the formula method to find the two possible values of x. Now in this case, let's just use completing the square method. We already have this constant term which is on the right hand side. So to use the completing the square method, we can get the coefficient of this x on the middle, which is a -6. So when you get this coefficient of x, which is -6, you are going to multiply this by half, then you square it. So this is one of the principles that we use if we are using completing the square method. So 2 here, it's 1. Here it will be a -3 because this 6 is having a -2 into 6, it's a 3. So 3 times a 1, you get a 3. So this will be squared. So the moment you get this, what you do is you should add this to both sides of the of the equation. Okay, so we are going to write x² minus 6x. So we are adding -3 in bracket squared equal to, so whatever we add on the left hand side, you should also add on the right hand side. So we have 8 plus -3 in brackets squared. Then from here, we are going to get, we can get x squared then minus 3 squared because they have both squares. So we can apply the difference of two squares such that if we expand, you'll get the same thing. So we are going to write x minus, now get this value with its sign, which is a -3 inside here. Then in brackets square is equal to, so here we are going to have 8 plus 9 because -3 squared, it's -3 times -3, which will give us a 9. So from here, we are going to write x minus 3 in bracket squared is equal to 8 plus 9. This will give us a 17. So from here, I want to find the value of x, and this one is squared. So we are going to introduce the square root to both sides of the equation. So here we are going to introduce the square root. Even here we introduce the square root. This two and the square root to cancel. We are going to have x minus 3 is equal to plus or minus the square root of what? 17. So now from here we can transpose -3 to the right hand side so that we just remain with x. So we are going to have x is equal to +3 plus or minus the square root of 17. Then from here we can just separate because we have the plus or minus. So you can say x is equal to 3 plus the square root of 17, or x is equal to 3 minus the square root of what? 17. Then from here we can write x is equal to, so I can just punch on the calculator 3 plus the square root of 17. So this will give us 7.12. So okay, let's just leave our answer correct to 3 significant figures, okay, or correct to 2 decimal places. So we have 7.12. This is the first value, or x is equal to, so we can now punch again 3 minus the square root of what? 17. It will give us negative 1.123. So we can leave again our answer correct to 3 significant figures or correct to 2 decimal places. So this is going to be x is equal to negative 1.12. So these were the 2 possible values of what? Of x. So thank you so much, everybody. We've come to the end of our presentation. So to those who need online tuitions in mathematics, biology, science, and additional mathematics, you can WhatsApp me on 0963 676615. 0963 676615. Bye bye.